Have you ever dreamed of taking that special trip after turning 70? Maybe visiting a place with sentimental value, reconnecting with distant relatives, or finally exploring that destination that's been on your bucket list for years. Retirement arrives, the children have followed their own paths, and time, at last, seems to be on your side. But is your body keeping up with this new rhythm? Are all the details of the trip really under control? According to the World Health Organization, more and more seniors are traveling, and that's great news. However, there's also been a rise in travel-related medical incidents in this age group, and many of them could have been easily prevented with some simple planning. In this video, we'll talk about 5 hidden dangers every older adult needs to know before packing their bags. These are subtle traps, often overlooked even by experienced travelers. More importantly, for each risk we'll share practical and easy-to-follow solutions. So if you, or someone in your family, is getting ready to hit the road, stay with me until the end. This conversation might just turn your next trip into a safer, more enjoyable and truly memorable experience. The comfort trap. When the perfect hotel hides real risks. Picture this. You arrive at the hotel after a long trip. The room is beautiful, the bed feels like a cloud, the atmosphere is quiet. Everything seems perfect. But not everything that looks comfortable is truly safe, especially for those over 70. One of the biggest hidden risks in lodging for older adults lies in invisible accessibility issues. Stairs without handrails, bathrooms without grab bars, slippery floors or loose rugs. These may seem like minor details, but they're among the most common causes of falls. And at this stage of life, a fall isn't just an accident. It can lead to fractures, surgeries, and long recovery periods. Lighting is another key factor. At night, getting up to use the bathroom without proper lighting or easily accessible switches can lead to confusion and accidents. And there's more. Very low or very high beds can make it difficult to get in and out, affecting sleep quality and even blood circulation. Sounds like an exaggeration? Many doctors now recommend that older travelers do a sort of safety checklist when choosing accommodations, just like evaluating their own homes. What can you do in practice? Before booking, call the hotel or guest house and ask about accessibility features. Don't hesitate. It's your right. Choose rooms on the ground floor or with elevator access and look for bathrooms with safety adaptations. Bring a small nightlight you can plug in. This helps maintain minimal lighting overnight. Use anti-slip slippers, even inside the room. We're not trying to make travel harder. We're helping you prevent back pain, hip fractures, knee injuries. Traveling is meant to be light and enjoyable. A bit of caution beforehand ensures that comfort is real, not just surface level. Silent dehydration, the invisible enemy of long journeys. Have you ever felt a headache, dizziness, or fatigue early in a trip, even without doing much? Often these are signs your body is giving you, and you may not realize that what's really happening is dehydration. After age 70, the body becomes less sensitive to thirst. This means that even when it needs water, the body might not send a clear signal. During long journeys, especially in air-conditioned planes or buses, the dry air speeds up this process. It gets worse when, out of comfort or habit, people avoid drinking fluids to reduce bathroom visits. But here's the concerning part. Dehydration in older adults can directly impact kidney function, circulation, and even memory. Studies have shown that lack of hydration can worsen confusion and increase fall risks. So, how can you stay ahead of this issue? Always carry a water bottle and drink regularly even if you're not thirsty. Sip small amounts throughout the day instead of drinking large quantities at once. Pay attention to your urine color. The clearer, the better. Darker urine is a red flag. Avoid drinks with caffeine or alcohol during the journey, as they can dehydrate you further. If you have medical conditions, ask your doctor what your ideal daily fluid intake should be. A simple trick: set a quiet alarm on your phone to remind you to drink water every 2 hours. It may sound like a small thing, but habits like these make a big difference in your energy and comfort while traveling. Climate and altitude changes. Your body feels more than you think. Who hasn't dreamed of escaping the heat for a bit of cool mountain air? Or heading somewhere breezy and serene to clear the mind? But there's something many travelers over 70 only realize once they arrive. Sudden changes in climate and altitude can seriously affect the body. As we age, the body's ability to quickly adapt to temperature changes decreases. Cold weather can cause blood vessels to constrict, raising the risk of high blood pressure or even heart issues. On the flip side, excessive heat can lead to heat exhaustion, dehydration, and low blood pressure. And when it comes to altitude, the concern is even greater. High altitude areas, like mountain towns or elevated regions, have thinner air with less oxygen. For people with a history of heart or lung conditions, this can cause shortness of breath, dizziness, or even more serious complications. What's tricky is that the body doesn't always send clear warnings. Sometimes it's just unusual fatigue or a vague sense of weakness. But in reality, it's the body quietly saying, "I need time to adjust." How to manage this wisely? Before your trip, check the destination's climate forecast and pack layered clothing that can easily be added or removed. Avoid intense activities on the first days in high-altitude locations. Let your body acclimate gradually. If you have chronic conditions, bring a brief, up-to-date medical report and emergency contact information. Monitor your blood pressure, especially during long trips or when visiting regions very different from your usual environment. The key is to respect your body's rhythm. Travel should be a source of joy, not a test of endurance. Listening to what your body is telling you is the first step to enjoying your destination with health and peace of mind. Medications and time zones, the risk of a broken routine. Anyone who takes daily medication knows that more important than the pills themselves is consistency. Taking your medicine at the same time every day helps your body stay balanced. Now, imagine the impact of a time zone change, or even just a break in routine, on that delicate schedule. Waking up later, skipping a dose because you're sightseeing, or confusing medication times due to a phone that didn't update the clock. All of this is more common than you think while traveling. And for older adults, this kind of disorganization can have serious effects like blood pressure spikes, blood sugar imbalances, or medication reactions. Another common issue? Not bringing enough medication or forgetting to carry the prescription. If you need to purchase a refill in another state or country, it might not be so simple, or even possible, without the right documentation. How to avoid these risks with ease? Pack a travel kit with all medications organized by day and time, using pill boxes or organizers. Bring at least 2 extra days' worth of meds, just in case your return is delayed. Always carry an updated prescription and, if possible, a short medical summary. Use phone alarms to help you keep your regular schedule, even in a different time zone. For international trips, check in advance if your medication is allowed in the destination country, and always keep it in your carry-on luggage. This kind of organization doesn't just bring peace of mind, it gives you the freedom to enjoy each day of your trip with true confidence. After all, being far from home feels a lot better when you know everything is under control. Fatigue disguised as excitement. When the body asks for a break, traveling is exciting. Every street offers a new discovery. Every outing becomes a new memory. And with so much enthusiasm, it's easy to forget that, even with a young spirit, the body has limits that deserve respect. Many older adults say they feel extra energy when they're on a trip. It's as if simply being away from home gives them a new lease on life. And that feeling is real and wonderful. But here's the risk, that excitement can mask physical and mental fatigue. It starts subtly, a slower pace, a yawn at an odd time, a little trouble concentrating. If ignored, it can turn into disorientation, insomnia, falls, or even episodes of confusion, especially in busy or overstimulating environments or with jam-packed itineraries. What makes it worse? Sleeping in a new bed, eating meals at different times, and constant sensory input, all of which increase exhaustion. How can you maintain balance and still enjoy the experience? Schedule intentional rest breaks during your outings, even if you're feeling fine. Make sure to go to bed early at least every other night. Your body needs time to recharge. Don't be afraid to skip an activity. Rest is just as valuable as sightseeing. Pay attention to your signals. The body speaks, and when we don't listen, it finds other ways to make itself heard. Remember, a trip doesn't have to be a marathon. It should be a series of small joys, savored with calm, presence, and comfort. Because in the end, the best part of the journey isn't just the destination, but the state you're in when you arrive there. Traveling after 70 isn't just about leisure, it's an act of courage and self-love. Love for all you've lived, and for everything you still want to experience. It's a way of saying, I'm still here, with stories to write, smiles to collect, and horizons to explore. But with age comes a deeper understanding. It's not speed that gets us further, but care. Care for the body, the mind, and the precious time we have ahead. Every step outside the home must be more than an adventure. It must be a moment of connection with yourself. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. In this phase of life, we no longer need to rush. What we truly need is to savor. Savor each place, each person, each feeling, with presence, wisdom, and peace. Maybe you're planning to revisit where you spent your honeymoon. Maybe to see a grandchild in another city, or finally check off that long-awaited international trip. No matter the destination, remember, what matters most is how you arrive. Each of the risks we covered in this video isn't meant to scare you, but to empower you, to help you stay in control of your journey, to anticipate setbacks so you can enjoy every moment with calm and confidence. So here's a simple invitation. Before you zip up your suitcase, take a pause, breathe deeply, look inward, ask yourself, what do I truly want from this trip? Am I prepared to care for myself while I enjoy it? How can I make this experience one that leaves joy, not regret? Traveling is a blessing, but traveling wisely is an even greater gift, one you give yourself. Now it's your turn. If this content helped you see travel differently, share it with someone you care about. Someone who also needs to know that the best travel companion at this stage of life is preparation. And tell us in the comments, what's the most meaningful trip you've taken after 60 or 70, and what did it teach you? Your story might inspire someone else to travel more safely, consciously, and joyfully, because every journey can be a new beginning, and it's never too late to rediscover the world.